Mark Shaw here from Mark Shaw Golf, situated here at Deep Creek Golf Club. I've taken the opportunity today to talk to you a little bit about your short game. With the coronavirus shutdown, there's no one on the golf course today, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to talk about your short game in particular today, and we'll bring out some more videos as the week comes along. Okay, first of all, short game equates to about 73% of your scoring ability on the course or scoring shots. So most people don't spend that time in practicing their short game. I've been teaching for a long time now, and I see a lot of people on the range using driver, long irons, 8 irons, 7 irons. 95% of their practice is done in the long game area, and they'll walk straight past the chipping and putting greens to jump in the car and go home. Okay, I would rather you see you spend 80% on your short game and 20% on your long game. So let's talk about some helpful tips we can do today. I think the biggest mistake a lot of people make, and look, I was taught this as a young fella, is to play this normal shot around the green off your back foot. Open stance, back foot. I was taught that, but there is some inherent problems with that. If we swing the golf club around our body, because it is a circular motion at the end of the day, the golf club needs to work in a circle. You can see the bottom of its arc is always going to be about where the chest is, or where the middle of your chest. So the problem with playing it off the back foot like that, you can see my middle of my chest is over my left foot. So if I was to keep my arms straight and try to make that circular swing, I'm going to actually hit that far below ground. Okay, and the problem with that is that everyone will try to lift. Okay, that's a real big problem, and I see this a lot around the green practicing, even here at Deep Creek. So I want to introduce to you a different way of chipping, or different way of pitching and chipping. So as you can see here, as I rotate through the ball, that my middle of the chest moves onto my left side because of the rotation. So my ball position I'd like you to have on your left hand side. That'll allow us to use the bounce of the golf club a bit more. Okay, won't chunk in and won't dig into the ground as much. I know that with a pitching wedge, I'm using a pitching wedge here today to a target that's about 20 meters away from me. I know that with this technique we're going to use here today, that ball will fly 1/3 of the way to the hole and roll 2/3 of the way. Okay, it'll roll 2/3 of the way, fly 1/3 of the way. So I've identified a area that's about 7 meters in front of me, and I want to feel like the ball's going to bounce over that target, and I'm pretty confident that if I can make it land where I want it to, 7 meters away, it will roll out 2/3 to the hole. So I've got my setup on the left hand side. I'm slightly on the left hand side with my weight as well. I'm going to hinge my wrist back. Okay, my wrist will hinge back, my right wrist will hinge back. I want to hold that wrist hinge, and you can see the club hasn't got above my knees there, and as I rotate through, I'm still pointing to the ground, club still below my knees. Okay, one of the biggest faults I see in chipping is this. Okay, and of course I want the ball to go forward, I don't want the ball to go up. I'm going to lose control of that there, but if I hinge my right wrist and rotate around so that my chest is facing the target, you can see I'm not lifting the club there. Okay, so if we look at that in practice, I'm going to place the ball off my left hand side, equivalent to where a logo would be on my shirt. I'm identifying where my landing spot is, slight hinge, rotate, I've hit my landing spot, and I've hit it to a couple of inches away from the hole. Okay, so very quickly again, set it up on your left hand side, identify your landing spot, slight hinge, rotate. Okay, that's about 2 feet away from the hole. So all the techniques that I teach is designed, or as a golf pro, is designed to help make your bad shots better. I can tell you now that second shot I didn't hit very good, but I've got a reasonable result, a very puttable result. Let's see if we can improve on that. Hinge, rotate. And there we go, about a foot away. Thank you for taking your time to watching this video. I hope that you'll get something out of that.